Okay, welcome back to the training. Frank Calabro Jr. This is going to be video four in your social distribution traffic training, guys. Traffic training. Now, here we go, guys. I told you in the last video I'm going to give you some top secret information, right? I'm going to deliver, I promise you. I'm going to talk about something I've never talked about before. I'm going to show you a traffic method that I've never talked about. I don't know why I never talked about this before, but thankfully this course come along and I'm able to contribute and give you content. And I'm excited about this course, guys. I'm going through these videos, and I got lots of notes, and I want to make sure I cover everything, and I want to make sure I help you just take it to the stratosphere. But, you know, before we get started here, I want you to write something down in your notebooks, and I want you to write down, how bad do you want to be successful? I mean, how bad do you want to be successful? How bad do you want to be a six-figure earner? How bad do you want to be a seven-figure earner? How bad do you want it, and how hard will you fight for it? Only you can answer that question, okay? How bad do you want it? How hard will you fight for it? Because I'm going to show you exactly what I did. And I do mean exactly what I did, okay? And it wasn't even actually that complicated. It wasn't some secret traffic source. It wasn't some, I don't know, some piece of software I purchased, or I don't use anything that's automated. I threw all that stuff away. None of that stuff works. It was none of that, guys, but I'm going to show you right now what I did. Now, here I am, 2013. There's my tax return. There it is, 26 grand. And I went completely broke. And some people would be like, well, I don't even make 26 grand, right? Well, listen, I needed to make 50,000 bucks. And I needed to make 50 so I could keep my daughter in school, right? Well, if you need to make 50 and you only make 26, you have a serious problem, and it's right before Christmas. And Christmas is coming, and you're out of money, so you sell every single thing that you own, including your vehicle that's in the driveway that's paid for. You sell that too. That's what I did, guys. That's what I did. Now, 1 year later, 2014, 96 grand. I did something dramatically different in 2014 than what I did in 2013. And I mean dramatically different. And just imagine this. Would this change your life? Because it changed my life beyond belief. Not only did I make my 50 grand that I needed to make 50 grand. I doubled it. I nearly doubled what I needed. This was life-changing beyond words. The crazy thing about this was most of this money came in the second half of the year. I made very little bit of money the first half of the year. Most of it was made the second half of the year. The bulk of this was made the last 90 days. So I did something in the beginning of the year that catapulted me the second half of the year. I did something very dramatic. And I mean dramatic. I did something very dramatic. This might make some of you uncomfortable. And listen, if you want to be a 6 or 7 figure earner, you're going to have to be uncomfortable. I promise you that. I promise you that. You have to do things you never thought you could do. 2015. So look what happened, guys. Look what happened. We went from $26,000 to $96,000 to $578,000. How's this possible? What happened? You did something. You changed something. You figured something out. Some type of traffic source. What I figured out, guys, was a distribution model. That's what I figured out. I figured out distribution. I figured out how to duplicate and replicate myself. I figured out how to expand my social media and monetize those communities, guys. I figured out how to get people to follow me. I figured out how to get people to chase me down and hunt me. They hunt me now, guys. I got over 8,000 personal referrals this year. This year alone, guys, into one offer, and that was done from May until now. And, you know, that was that about 6 months? How many people you know in the world that can sponsor 8,000 people in 6 months? Find that guy or find that lady, find that person and send that person to me, because I will pay them ungodly money to have them train me and teach me how to do what they're doing if they can exceed those numbers. But the point I'm trying to make is I did something dramatically different. Now, the first thing I did, if you're taking notes, you definitely want to write this down. I created a simple share funnel with the sales funnel duplicator. And when I mean simple, I mean as simple as it gets. I created one landing page. That's all I knew how to create. I created one sales page that connected to the landing page. I made a video. I think it was about 15 minutes long or something. I showed a product that we were selling or a service or something. And I had one button below that video and it said, please sign up because I'm broke and I'm poor. And that was it. And then I had some emails that were connected to it. I think I wrote about a dozen emails. That was the whole funnel. It was one landing page, one sales page with a button, and an email follow-up campaign. That was the whole thing. I provided video instructions for the next person. So I told people, I said, listen, we're promoting this offer, ABC company. And what you can do is you can do the same thing I'm doing, and here's the video instructions. All you gotta do is copy and paste this code, and I'll show you how to set it up. It's real simple. This is all I did, guys. Now, I purchased 100 clicks per week solo advertising for $50. And this was like an ungodly amount of money to me at the time. $200 per month was my electric bill, my water bill, what else? My internet and my phone combined. $200 a month was an astronomical amount of money for me a few years back. And I did this anyway, even though I could not afford to do this. So like when I asked you in the beginning, how hard will you fight for your dream? Well, only you can answer that question. I had to do this. I had no choice. I had to get some paid traffic to my landing page. I had to get some paid traffic to my landing page. Now, and I knew this wasn't going to be enough, but I also knew I had no choice. I had to do this minimum to get things going. Now, every day, I expanded my Facebook friends list. I had to get to 5,000 friends. I knew this. The first of the year in 2014, I didn't have 5,000 friends, nowhere even close, but I knew I had to get there, and I worked on this every single day to get to 5,000 Facebook friends. This was every day I did this. I recorded my results, just like I taught you guys with the worksheet to record your results daily. Of course, I was using a yellow notepad at the time, but I recorded my numbers daily. I went across and I added them all up, and I could figure out how many people I gained that day. And you know what I was shooting for? I was shooting for 10 people a day, 300 people a month. That was it, because I knew in a year's time, I would have gathered up 3,600 people. And to me, that was a massive audience. Nobody knew who Frank Calabro Jr. was. Nobody knew my name. Nobody knew anything about me back then. I was an unknown commodity. I promise you that. I built a website with additional training tutorials for my offer. So I built this simple website. It was nothing complex, nothing crazy. And I just stuck additional training videos on this website for an offer that we were promoting a few years back, okay? And it's all I did. And I provided that training for anyone that wanted to watch it, okay? If you were not on my team and you needed help for something, hey, I got a video. Here it is. It's on my website, and here it is. And that's what I did, guys. I just provided some additional training. I had nothing else to do besides work every minute of my day. And when I mean every minute, this was my routine back then. I would get up, whatever time I got up, and I would work 18 hours straight, 24 hours straight, 36 hours straight, 72 hours straight. I would work until I physically could not keep my eyes open, 7 days a week. And this went on for an entire year. When I did finally collapse, and I did collapse, I physically fell into my bed, I would set my alarm, crawl over to my alarm, set it for 4 hours, and no matter what, I was back up in 4 hours. No matter what. It didn't matter how long I was awake, I was back up in 4 hours. So when I asked you how hard you're going to fight, how hard are you going to fight for your family and for your dream, I wasn't kidding you. After 4 hours, of course, I felt great after 4 hours because I slept so hard, I was out. I would crawl out of bed, I would do 50 push-ups, get in the shower to wake back up, and I was right back in front of my 5-year-old laptop computer. This went on the entire year. I kid you not. Now, I told myself every single day that I was going to improve my business by 1%. 1%. I wasn't going to try and climb a mountain in a day. I wasn't going to try and make $1,000 a day or anything like that, guys. I was trying to make $1,000 a week, and that was the tip of the top of the mountain for me. And if I figured if I could climb as high as I could climb in a single day, and I could take that pickaxe and I could drive it into the earth and I could pull myself up the mountain just 1% a day, then that was a victory for me. I was fighting, guys. I was in a fight of my life. And this is all I was after. 1% improvement per day. It's all I was going after. But I was giving it 100%. I was giving it all of my might, all of my creative energy. I mean, everything I did, guys, this is all I did. This was my full-time job. I was making no money, but I had to figure out how to make money, okay? So this is exactly what I did. I wanted to prove 1% per day. Now, this all worked, but I needed to do something extreme to make it happen even faster. It was happening. It was working. Absolutely was working. But I needed to do something else, and I needed to do something extreme. And I did the same thing that the entrepreneur, that the billionaire did. The billionaire, like in the first video, we talked about the billionaire, right? The guy that's the president of the United States of America right now. The guy that did, 324 live events? 324 live events. That's what he did. He wouldn't let nobody outwork him, right? Well, that's what Frank Calabro Jr. did. I did the same thing, guys. I did the same exact thing. I had no choice. I had to step out of my comfort zone. And I mean step out of my comfort zone. Guys, I've always been an introvert, okay? I've always been very quiet. And my mom used to bring me to school in first grade, and I would cry every single day. I was terrified to speak in public. I was terrified to speak in front of other children. I was terrified to speak in front of my teachers. I was like that my entire childhood. Even into my adulthood, I was like that. I've always been an introvert. I've always been terrified to speak in front of other people my entire life. Now, with no serious advertising budget, because I'm spending $50 a week, I could not build a distribution network fast enough. I needed to build fast. I needed to keep my daughter in school. I needed to figure out how I was going to get my daughter to graduation, right? So how was I going to do this? I watched a seven-figure earner, and I followed in his tracks. I watched someone do something, and I talked to this person about it a little bit, and I told myself I was going to do the same thing. And listen, I didn't want to do this. I was terrified. I was like, oh, no. But I had no choice, and I even tried to get out of it. The seven-figure earner that taught me this, or actually he didn't even teach me. I just watched him do it, and I did the same thing. But anyway, I tried to recruit him. I tried to get him to come on my team, and that way if he was on my team, he could do this for me, and I could just be like, an observer. And that didn't work. So I tried to get out of it, and it didn't work. And then I tried to find another seven-figure earner, and I actually found one, somebody I really wanted to team up with, someone I really wanted to work with. And the same thing, he wouldn't join me. He wouldn't team up with me. And these guys had tremendous skills, both of them. I still think they're the best presenters in the industry. I think they both are. They're incredibly strong presenters. They got incredible skills. But anyway, nobody would team up with Frank Calabro Jr. Why would anyone team up with Frank Calabro Jr.? The guy's got no skills. He's got no money. Of course, nobody knew I was broke, so I didn't tell anybody I was broke, but I was completely broke, penniless. But people wouldn't team up with me. Here's what I did, guys. YouTube Live. There it is. There's my big secret. There's my big traffic secret, guys. I went live. Now, when I mean I went live, and they called it Google Hangouts back then, right? Remember Google Hangouts? Now they call it YouTube Live. It's the same thing. When I mean I went live, I mean I did a live presentation every single day, 7 days per week, and I never, ever missed a day. I might have missed a day. No, I don't think I ever missed a day in 2014. I don't think I did. And this went on for pretty much the whole year. Like, this went on for months and months and months. I would say 8, 9, 10 months straight, never missed a day. Now, I will tell you this. I didn't want to do this. I was terrified. I was terrified. I mean, beyond belief. I had made over 1,000 videos, but I never made a live video. If I made a video and I made a mistake when I was teaching a class on my whiteboard or something, I would just throw the video away, hit the delete button, delete. Who cares, right? But a live video? You mean I'm going to do a video and it's going to be live and I can't edit the video and I can't throw it away and I was like, you got to be kidding me. And the first couple, it was like, I was nervous. I was terrified. I was talking real fast. I was just trying to get through it. I was like, oh my, I just couldn't even believe I did it. I did not want to do this. I'm telling you guys, it was the last thing in the world that I wanted to do was do a live video every single day. And I'll tell you what, it worked. Not only did it work, I started reaching people internationally. Fast forward to today's times, 53% of my traffic, my visitors, come from the UK. Most of my teammates are in the UK. They're in Australia. They're in Canada. They're in New Zealand. They're outside of the United States where I live. Most of my teammates. I became international, and people began to send me friend requests. They began to follow me. And the thing about this Hangout, I did it every single day at the same exact time. So there was no question like, hey, when is the Hangout? Like, is it on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday? No. It was every day. I had nothing else to do. I mean, I was drop dead broke. It was either do this or go live on a park bench as a homeless veteran. So I had no choice. I mean, this was it. And I knew this was going to work. I knew it was going to work. I just didn't want to do it. I did not want to do it. And I used to not bring people in on the panel because that would even make me even more nervous. So I did the videos by myself. I would do a live video. I would do it by myself. And then, it was like months and months before I actually invited people to come in on the panel, okay? And still to this day, guys, I'm not really comfortable doing this. It's not like I don't jump up and down and get all excited. Yay, I get to do a YouTube live. It's not like it's like my most, it's not the most exciting part of my day. It never has been, guys, okay? I had to do this. I had no choice. And like I said, I watched a 7-figure earner do this. And what he did, every time he gets involved in a new offer, he goes on like this 90-day blitz, or sometimes it's a 100-day blitz. He calls it like a 90-day blitz or 100-day blitz. And he did the same thing. He would do a YouTube live or like a live stream video. You can do Facebook lives. There's other platforms now, right? But he would go live for like 90 to 100 days straight, and that would jumpstart and catapult his business. So I watched him do it, and I watched him do it like a year before. And I even talked to him about it a little bit, and he says, Frankie, I do it the same time every day. That way nobody gets confused what day it's on. And that's how you jumpstart your business. So, I mean, if a 7-figure earner told me this, and I'm penniless, and I'm broke, and I want him to do the videos, I want him to do the lives, and he won't join me, I didn't have a choice, guys. I had no choice whatsoever. All right, now, and inside the video, real quick, we'll talk about this slide, then we're going to actually go ahead and set up I'll show you how to set one up. But inside, when I did my video, my presentation for the offer that we were promoting at that time, inside the presentation, I always explained to the people, like at the end, listen, we've got a system of duplication. You can actually send people to this live hangout every single day. I'll do the explaining, the selling, the training, all that mess. And you can get a system of duplication. We've got this share funnel. All you got to do is copy and paste a code, and I got a simple little video you just follow, and you can get a landing page and a sales page. This is like a machine that works for you, and an email marketing campaign. I started explaining the share funnel feature when people come to my live hangouts. I explain this inside the hangout, and people loved this because this was like new technology. I mean, you can duplicate and replicate using this new technology. All you can do is paste a code in. This is how I did it, guys. I started teaching people how to do this. And I told myself back then when I was poor, I said, if I could teach 1,000 people in a whole year to do this, my money problem is going to go away. I ended up sponsoring about 1,600 people direct. Now, all those people weren't paid affiliates, but I ended up sponsoring over 1,600 people in a year. In a year, guys. So this is what was so dramatic. This is what was so dramatic between, the year that I made no money, right? And the next year, what did I do that was radically different? I just went live. That was it, guys. I followed these simple little steps that I gave you, and I hope you took notes on this one, okay? Because this information is worth millions, because I've made millions of dollars following this simple routine. Now I only have to do it live once a week, okay? Now I will do some more than once a week, and I've thought about going live every day again, but my schedule just won't allow it, guys. I'm just way too committed. I'm building this traffic course now. This is extremely time consuming, but this is all I did, guys, because I knew I didn't have enough money to spend on advertising, right? I didn't have enough money, $50 a week. That was getting me good traffic, absolutely. And I was converting some of that traffic, and I was inviting that traffic to my live hangout. But this was the fuel that fed the fire, the live presence. And even, we get on Hangouts now. I get on Hangouts with two other seven-figure earners. We do a hangout on Tuesdays, and the same thing. Every time we do a hangout, my income jumps to this day. So, I mean, it's the live presence. You can't use a recorded video. It's got to be live. It's got to be the real deal, the real energy, the energy that's in your mind, the energy that's in your heart, the energy that's in your spirit. And don't be afraid to do this. And if you want to learn how to do this, I mean, seriously, if one of my students came up to me and said, Frankie, I want to be in your hangout, well, come on my hangout with me. You could be on the panel. If you want to do the presentation, go ahead and do it, man. I'll sit back. If you mess it up, well, then I'll jump in. But I'm serious, guys. If you're too afraid to do this, find someone on your team and do it together. Do it with somebody. So that way you guys back each other up. And if you stutter and if you're nervous and if you say the wrong thing, if you mess up, who cares? Okay? And once again, fight for your dream, guys. It's about fighting for your dream. Okay. Now, let me show you guys how to set this up and this is what I had for equipment. I used this exact microphone right here at the time. At the time, this is what I had. I had this Samsung Meteor mic USB. I still have this thing. I don't never use it. I use it when I travel once in a while. I've got some expensive microphones now. I got 2 expensive microphones that I use now. But this is what I use, guys, to do my hangouts. I use this exact microphone right here to do my live hangouts. I had a set of earbuds. You got to have earbuds, otherwise you're going to get echo from the back feed. You tell all your people that are on the panel, if you bring anybody in, they got to have a set of earbuds, okay? That eliminates all the echo and the back feeding, okay? And then my computer at the time was so cheap. I still have that piece of junk. I haven't turned it on in a couple of years, but I still have it. But I had to get it. I had one of these cameras, these Logitech cameras, because the camera built into my laptop was terrible. It was terrible, man. The definition, there was no definition, you know what I mean? This is like a high definition camera. I had a no definition camera, but that's how I started, guys. This is how I did it. And to set up a live event, all you got to do is log into, let's go back to, let's just open up a brand new window, I think. To set up a live event, we call it YouTube Live now. They used to call it Google Hangouts. To do it, in case you don't know how to do it, this is what you do, guys. You log into your Google account, and then you click on YouTube, okay? Click on YouTube. And then under your picture, they changed this all around. You click on Creator Studio, okay? And then over here on the left-hand side of the screen, you got this menu. Let's see. I think we want to go to live streaming. Is that correct? Live streaming, and then events. Okay. Now, here's where you set up, schedule a new event. All right, now, here's where you get to, you get to title it. We're going to call it, I don't know. Let's see. Just for training purposes only. I'm going to call it Live Event. Frank Calabro Jr., okay? And then, when do you want to do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, when do you want this, you can pick, like, the date. I'm going to pick a date, and then you can pick the start time you want to do this, okay? Whatever time you want to do it. And like I said, back when I did this every single day, and I did this every single day, I'm not kidding you guys, this just took me to the stratosphere, man. I mean, I showed you the results. You see my tax returns, for crying out loud. This is what I did, man. So anyhow, you can add an end time or not, okay? And then you can put whatever you want in the description box. I'm not going to SEO the thing and do all this kind of stuff, but you can. And you can even do a live event and not invite anyone and just do it. And you can put a call to action here. You can put your link in here for your thing and just do a live event just with you. You don't even have to invite nobody. You can do it just that way. And then these videos will show up on YouTube. They'll show up on YouTube in the search engines, okay? And then you got advanced settings. You can mess with some of this stuff. Whatever, the language, you can, there's different things right here. I'll just pick that. It's never aired on US. What else do we got here? There's some different filters and such. You can allow all comments, or you can allow comments that get approved, because there's haters out there. You can mess with this functionality back here, but that's pretty much what I mess with. I don't really mess with a whole lot of this. Now, I will actually put a real description in here if this was like a real deal, but I'm just doing this for training purposes, and I will put tags in here. I will tag it and all that kind of stuff, but I don't want to turn this into an SEO class, okay? But I will do that, all that kind of stuff, and then I'm just going to hit create event, okay? Now, once you create this event, what's going to happen is it's right there. It's already created. Like, that's it. It's that simple, okay? And then if you click on Start Hangout, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, and there I am, guys. Okay. It's trying to boot up or whatever it's doing. But the thing I want you to see is it's starting to boot up, right? You see right here, it says the 25%, all that kind of stuff. Now, we're not going to actually start this, but the reason I open this up is, and there's some settings in here. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to pick your microphone, whatever microphone that you're using. Okay, I'm using this Audio Technica right now to teach this class. But you'll pick the microphone that you're using, and you'll also pick, this is like your earbuds, right? So, whatever you're listening through. And you might have to click on these a couple times to figure out which one you're supposed to be on, and then you click save, and then, you do a sound check, and, you figure out if it's all working, okay? But I'm just going to cancel out of that. Okay, now, what I want to show you down over here says links, okay? Now, this link right here, this is the YouTube link. You can go ahead and copy this, and what we'll do is we'll bring this over to a notepad, and then we're going to we'll just paste it in here somewhere. I'm just going to paste it in right here for right this second, okay? Let's go back over to the Hangout, okay? And then there's this embed code, which I don't use, but there's an embed code. Now, the thing is, if you want to have people on your panel, you want to have people on the panel guests, if you do want to invite people, you see this big, long link up here? This is the link that you give. Now, listen close. You don't give this to nobody until you're already inside of this. So what I do when I'm getting ready to start a Hangout, about 30 minutes early, I open this up before I'm actually going to start it. About 30 minutes early, I open this up. And then I'll take this big, long, crazy link up here. This is the panel link, okay? I'll send this to, the other leaders or whoever I'm going to invite in. I'll give them this big link. After I'm already in here, I'll send this to them, usually on Facebook. I usually send it to them on Facebook, okay? But that's a special link. That's the panel link, okay? And then the little link that we had right here, this is the viewers link, okay? The viewers link, someone that just wants to view the video, okay? And come join us, and I could just paste it in here. And then what I could do is I could send out just this little invite, and a lot of times I'll post this on social media. I'll put this right on my Facebook, you know what I'm saying? I'll post this right on my Facebook, and I'll just explain, hey, come join us Tuesday, December 5th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a special live stream event. We will discuss, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, with ABC Company, okay? ABC Company is, and then a brief description, a couple people that I'm going to have on the Hangout with me, okay? And then, if you miss it, catch the replay, right? Everyone is invited, and then, share this link with your teams now. And then here's the YouTube link that people will share. And then I'll just take this and I'll just put it on my Facebook wall, guys. I'll take this thing and I'll put it in my Facebook groups and wherever I want to get, whatever I want to give this to. Back over to, I think I got my Facebook open. I'll paste this right in here, man. Control Victor. I'll throw it right in there. And then usually what I'll do is I'll add a little picture, so that way it grabs people's attention, right? I'll grab some kind of picture, and I'm just going to grab anything just for training purposes only. I'll just, live streaming. Here we go. Something just bright and red or whatever. And I'll just grab this, and I'll announce, hey, I'm doing a live stream. Here it is, man. And here's all the information. I'm telling them, here's the link, okay? And then I'll put this in my groups, and I'll actually email this to my list, okay? This is how I did it, guys. This is how I still do it, okay? I'm going to delete this because people are going to start grabbing this link, and they're actually going to start using it. Like, they'll start putting it in their pages and all that kind of stuff, man. And another cool thing about that link, okay, you could take the let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Let me grab that link, and let me open it up in a new window. Let me grab that link right there. Another thing you can do with this, copy that. Let's go back over to, okay, well, I'm going to close this out. Now, don't push nothing. When you close this out, just close the window, okay? Don't mess this up because this is already set up. So once you get the links, once you click over here in links, you get the links that you want. You get that link right there, and you can grab this now or later. You know what I'm saying? This big, long link. You could grab this after you open it back up to invite your panel guests later. But that link right there, the YouTube page link, okay, once you grab that, just close this, okay? Now, you just go back into it later when you want to start it up, when you want to start up the Hangout. When it comes time to do it for real, then you'll click on Start Hangout, and then you'll actually do it, okay? Now, I'm going to put that link in a new window. And it's going to tell you that, there's a Hangout coming up in the future, and it's going to tell you, it's going to be like a countdown timer or something. Yeah, there it is. It's 4 days, and, then it's going to happen. But the thing is, you can take these 11 characters, you can take this, and you can take this video, and you can put it back in Power Lead System. You'll find Hangout pages. There's various Hangout pages. Here's one that I created. I can take that link and put it in this Hangout page, right? And then I bought a domain name, FrankCalabroJr.live.com. I could take this and put it in my emails or share it with my teams and send out an email like an hour before the Hangout. And then they click on the link inside the email, and then this video will start automatically. They may have to refresh the page, but it'll start. And even if they missed the live video, that's okay, because a lot of people watch it the next day anyway, or they watch it during the weekend or throughout the week. We get thousands and thousands of views when I do Hangouts, but usually those views come a few days later. Sometimes a few hundred people will watch the live one. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I do them at a certain time zone, and a lot of people are working I live in the States. A lot of people are working, but I'm catching a lot of my European teammates. So I cater to my team that's in Europe, because a lot of my team's in Europe, guys. So I cater to their time zone. But anyhow, you can create a simple Hangout page and embed that video into a simple Hangout page, okay? And then you can share this with your teams. You can buy a domain name and connect it to the Hangout page and all that kind of cool stuff. But I'm just showing you guys how to set up a Hangout, okay? And this is what I did, guys. And then I shared this, and I'll share this everywhere, not only on Facebook. I'll share this on LinkedIn. I'll share it on Google Plus. I'll tweet it out. I'll hit all of them, guys. I hit all my social media networks. I'll hit them all, and I'll share that the Hangout. And then my teammates will also share the link. They'll share this also, okay? They'll grab this link right here, and they'll share it. This is called distribution, guys. If I send this out to my list, if I send this video out to my list, okay, and then my teammates send it out to their list, well, that's more distribution. Let me show you something real quick. Let me look up somebody. Let's look up one of our teammates. There's lots of teammates. Let's say Rob. Let's look up Rob Frazier real quick. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Something else I want to show you guys anyway. All right, now check this out. Here, oh, perfect. You see this right here? Me and Rob have 585 mutual friends. Okay, so some of our friends are the same people, right? Absolutely, right? But listen, about 4,500 of his friends are not connected to me. So let's just say me and Rob are promoting ABC company together, okay? I send this out to my list, to my social media following, okay? All that kind of cool stuff, and he does the same thing. He's reaching a different audience. Yes, some of the people are the same, but not all the people are the same. Do you guys see this? Do you see the power in distribution? because me and Rob are now teammates promoting ABC Company. Okay, I got my own following. He's got his own following, but he's got 4,500 different people just on his Facebook alone. He's also got different people on his Twitter and all his other social media accounts, including his email list. So we're hitting a massive audience, guys. Okay, and this applies to anybody, guys. Anybody. Sean. Yeah, let's go to Sean Powell's. Let's go to his page. Same thing. This is distribution, guys. This is it, man. Awesome. Here's a good example. He's got 382 mutual friends. So we're connected to 382 people, the same people, okay? But he's got an additional 3,000 people that I'm not connected to. You guys, is the light bulb going off, guys? Because it should be. Once you understand this, that's it, man. There's no stopping it, guys. And once you focus on this, there is no stopping it. Okay. All right. I think we're going to wrap it up, guys. This was kind of a long video, but we covered a lot of good ground, and we went over this top secret traffic method, which was not even top secret, guys. I did live events, man. I did the same thing that the billionaires do, man, right? The same thing, and that the millionaires do. I watched a millionaire do live events. I watched a billionaire do live events and become the president of the United States. So, and then I did live events and I became a 7-figure earner. So do you think that is a coincidence, guys? Do you think that, me stepping out of my comfort zone and doing live events 7 days per week, and I did it for like 8, 9, 10 months in a row, never missed a day ever, do you think it was worth it? You bet your butt it was worth it, guys. Are you kidding me? I never have to worry about money ever again, guys, the rest of my days because of this, okay? And this year, I'll double what this number is. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine going from 26 grand a year, and then you make 4 times that amount the following year, and then you make 5 or 6 times that amount the year after, and then it just keeps going, guys. It just keeps going to the moon and skyrocketing. Why? Because I did a live events, guys, because I built my social distribution network. This is what you got to focus on. It's not hard to do this, guys. It's not hard to create a share funnel or find one that your teammate has already put together that's awesome and that works, right? It's not hard to provide some video instruction to show people how to set up this share funnel, right? Purchase 100 clicks per week, okay? You might have to shut off the TV, right? Shut off the cable bill. Who cares? Sacrifice. Eat less. Don't buy takeout food. Whatever you got to do to come up with that $50 a week, but that's the bare bones minimum. If you're not spending $50 a week, you're not serious at all. In my book, you're not. And that's minimum, guys. Then it scales up from there, okay? If you're not expanding your Facebook friends daily to 5,000, that's not an option. You've got to do it, okay? And then, you've got to track your results every day by filling out your worksheets. Provide additional content, guys. It's key. The leaders always provide additional content. Always, guys. They always are making additional tutorial videos all the time. Step out of your comfort zone, guys. Do it. Each day I told myself I was going to improve my business by 1%, and that's what you should do. Just improve by 1% a day. And over the course of 30 days and 60 days and 90 days and 6 months and a year, you will be catapulted to the moon. I promise you. All right, guys, that's going to conclude this training. I'm going to see you guys in the next training. I know I covered a lot of ground here. But I really want you to think about what I said. Let it sink in, and I want you to take action. I want you to do this because I know it works, because I'm living proof that it works. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next training. Frank Calabro Jr. signing off.